lust is not love. I hate to break it to you. I hate to, point it out to anybody who ever thought any different. But lust is not love. I talk to a lot of people in like a day, oftentimes. And I always have, a lot of the conversations end up talking about lust for whatever reason. Not in like a way of like, bad way, but in the way of like asking me about it, right? And something we have to understand with lust is every time you speak anything about lust, or as a joke even, you're programming that into your mind, and whatever that is, whether you have a girlfriend, you're having sex with her a lot, or hooking up with her a lot, or it's just random girls, or whatever it is, you have to stop. It's that simple. Don't tell yourself, well, I interpreted this, or I think since I love her a lot and I'm having sex with her, it doesn't matter. No, it matters. You're committing adultery. You're not married yet. You're having sex before marriage. I don't care how much you love each other. I don't care how much it means to the both of you. I don't care how much, the connection is. You have to stop. You have to stop. Because I'm telling you, it's not any good mindset, right? You doing it out of love, you're tempting the devil. You're tempting the other side of it. Because you could always very simply fall into that temptation. It happens to everybody every single day almost. It's a very common thing. You have to understand that, doing this is just tempting the bad stuff. And then on the other hand, the hooking up. What is the point of hooking up? You're just pleasuring yourself. And it's the same thing with sex. If you have no intention with sex, it's just pleasure. It's all it is. You're just chasing this pleasure and this lustful desires. You really have to understand that love is a beautiful connection. There's pain, there's hurt, there's struggle, then there's beauty, there's comforting, there's just this connection that you feel with the other person that makes you so happy. It's almost this warm feeling. And my biggest thing with people choosing lust over love is they think, well, since I'm dating this person or whatever, I get the benefit of I can just hook up with them or do these sexual actions like it's nothing. No, that's not the case. That does not mean anything. That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. You have to understand that these actions and these sins are not like nothing. When you commit one sin, you commit all. It's not like it's this like little sin that means nothing. That's not true at all. Okay? You have to understand that. Every time you lust, you're programming your brain into this temptation and this almost like state of mind of where I see this person in this sense of like sexuality. You have to understand that whenever you think of someone this way or thinking this way in general, you're breaking your relationship with God. It's not so much like you're destroying it, but you're pushing Him more and more out of your life, right? You're shying away from it. You're also hurting your, how do I put this? You're hurting your mental strength. If you can't not lust, you can't do a lot of things in life. You're not mentally strong enough. You're not strong enough in general because you can't just hold back your desires. Temptation is a dangerous thing because if you can get tempted by a woman or a man, who says you can't get tempted by the devil? Or you can't be tempted by drinks or weed or whatever it is in life or bad decisions. It's that simple. So whenever you're thinking of your girlfriend, boyfriend, this guy, this girl, however, in a lustful way, you have to really catch yourself and switch it because it's not good. You depreciate yourself as a person every single time. You also feel disgusted about yourself. As someone who's fell into lust many times and it's been a struggle my entire life, once I stopped and really learned how to get away from it, my entire life changed. During these times, I would feel gross. I never really wanted to, look myself in the mirror because I knew how disgusting my acts were and how disgusting, I was. And then once I really learned how to get away from it was like the day I learned, how to change myself in general. Because if you're someone who wants to change, you can't live in this lustful mindset because you'll never really change because you're holding on to something in the past in reality. Because, if you want to change, you have to switch every single part about you. But if you hold on to this lust, you're still carrying away something that's, weakening you every single day. And that's just the truth. The way we beat lust, though, you have to walk in the Spirit. You have to be constantly talking about, thinking about God, reading your Word, reading the Bible, and really walk with Him and walk in the Spirit. We read in the Bible that lust is the only sin that we can't defeat. We can't attack. We have to run from it. You have to take it out of your life. So if you know if you go to a party, you're going to sin or lust. You can't go to parties. You should not go to parties anymore. You have to take yourselves out of the situation that's going to, stop you from lusting. It's that simple. So don't take it in the wrong way as I'm judging you, but I'm just giving advice. Every single time you look at a girl at lust, or I'm just going to hook up with her, I'm just going to have sex with her or him or whatever it is, you have to understand that you're literally just pulling yourself away from God, away from a lot of things that you want in life, and you're just really destroying yourself as a person mentally and physically, right? A lot of times, I have people that are always like, well, this person's really religious. Let me play this act that I'm religious so I can, do this with them. Like, that's a terrible thing. That's literally just the devil playing with you. You're literally his toy at that point. When you fall into these sins, you're allowing the devil to use you against other people in this world or other things. You're really just falling into devilish acts, and that's not good. That's a horrible thing. You never want to do that. So understand that the difference between lust and love. If you love someone truly, it should be very easy for you to not do lustful actions with them. It's that simple. But if you don't love them, it's very hard. And, as much as you think you might love someone, until you can hold yourself back from doing lustful actions with them and not having sex with them, not hooking up with them, not doing this or that, is the day that you really find that true love. Is the day you really find that beauty and the love that you have been searching for so long.